Hey everybody, Jeff King here, coming to you with another Initial Impressions video. This time we're looking at Honey Wars from Gold Seal Games. And this will be coming to Kickstarter in the very near future. In Honey Wars, you are controlling a population of bees, and you're trying to not only defend your hive, but harvest the honey. And so the win condition is the first player that can get to 3 hives in front of them and a combination of 12 honey wins the game. So while you're playing, you basically have 4 phases that you're going to go through: defend, harvest, spend, and draw. So in the defend, if somebody's put a threat in front of your hive, you defend against the threat first. And then once you've gone ahead and taken care of that, you'll go to harvest, where you will collect any honey that you've harvested that round. And the more hives you have out, the more bonus honey you get to harvest. And then you go to spend. You play the cards out of your hand, where you can either, things like you can put down another hive. You can have bee buddies, which will help you. The beekeeper buddies that will help you do various things like collect more honey or defend your hive in the future. And there's threats that you can spend honey on, which if you spend the honey that you need for the threat, you get to put that in front of another player's hive, one of their hives. And you always resolve back in the defend from left to right. So if you can only ever have one threat in front of a hive, but if you have multiple hives, then each threat can have a threat in front of it. And then you draw. The last thing you're going to do is draw. So you can, in the draw, discard 1 card, and then you always draw back up to 4 cards, because that's what you start the game with. Or you can spend 3 honey to discard your entire hand and then draw 4 new cards. So that is basically what you'll do. You'll defend, harvest, spend, and draw. And you keep kind of doing this until somebody has 3 hives in front of them and 12 honey. So what do we think of this game? Well, first of all, this game was the winner of the Take That contest that we judged over at the Game Crafter in association with Gamehole Con. So right off the bat, you heard, kind of Jordan and I really enjoyed this game because we chose it as the winner of that contest. There were lots of entries that came into that contest. The finalists, I think we got down to 5. Of those 5, this is the one that we picked as the winner. So we really enjoyed this game. One thing I will say is the game you're kind of seeing being played behind us is the contest version. So there is potential for, different artwork, different stuff like that for the Kickstarter version, and maybe some tweaks to the game. I do know there are some cards that have probably changed a little bit because we, for the contest, were primarily focused on the Take That element. I think some of that has been lessened a little bit for the final game, but still, I've looked over some of the rules and stuff. Very solid game. Not a lot has changed, and I still highly recommend it and think it's a pretty solid game all the way around. The other thing we really liked about it is, specifically for the Take That challenge, was the fact that so many other people were going ways that you kind of think of, backstabbing and dungeons and stuff like that, where this was a Take That basically around the plight of the honeybee. And it's factually based. They've been working with experts on bees. You get fun little facts at the bottom of many of the cards and stuff like that. And you actually kind of maybe get to learn a little something as you go along. So very solid game. Again, defend, harvest, spend, draw. Not a whole lot to keep in mind. So very easy to teach, very easy to play. And then from there, just what's on the cards. And the cards are pretty straightforward as well. If you get a threat, there's a certain amount you have to spend to put that on somebody. Then there's a threat target. So then when you're defending, you have to roll a d8 and meet or beat that. So again, if it's like a 6, you have to roll a 6 or higher. And if you do, nothing happens. And most of them get discarded because of that. If you don't, then whatever the text on the card is, like lose 4 honey happens. And if it doesn't have a continuous symbol, it's going to go away. It's kind of a one-time threat. If it does have the continuous symbol, then it'll stay there until you beat it. So, little things like that. It's very simple. The layout is very nice on the cards. Everything is laid out really well. Very easy to understand what's going on with each card. In that aspect, as far as teaching and playing, no issues at all. It's pretty small and easy understand rule book. Again, contest version, this may change, but there's not much to change. There's very nice, colorful diagrams. Everything is laid out in here pretty well. Very easy to understand. Gameplay, we've had a lot of fun with it. Again, if you're not big on Take That, maybe you might want to just look at it and see what's changed, because like I said, I know the Take That element has been lessened a little bit from the contest version, but there's still some of that in there because, again, it is bees against bees and the bee threats against the hives and all that stuff. So there is going to be that Take That element still involved. We really enjoyed it. We thoroughly had a ton of fun with this game for the contest and now playing it afterwards. Megan sat in on the game that you're going to see behind me. She had a lot of fun with it. She enjoyed kind of the facts and stuff on the bottom of the cards from the flavor text. So all in all, I would say this is definitely something to go check out. This is a great family casual game as well. Again, easy to teach and play. Plays very, very quick. So definitely something that you can, to me, it's a little bit more than a filler, but it falls almost right into that casual filler category in its ease of play and stuff like that. So definitely go check it out. Check out the Kickstarter when it's out. See what else other people are saying. Check out, things like how to play video and all that good stuff. Decide if it's something for you. But here at All Us Geeks, again, it won the contest for us. We've had a lot of fun with it from day one. I know Jordan's taken it, played it a bunch. He brought it back. We played it, and now we get to do this video for you. So we highly recommend it. Please go check it out when it's on Kickstarter. And of course, we'll be back with more videos very soon.